Hey guys, welcome to Draw My Story. Recently, many of you guys have subscribed to my channel and I couldn't be more happier. I'd really like to thank you all for the love and support. And if you want to see even more horror videos like this, then hit that bell icon right away and you wouldn't miss even a single video. And for the ones who haven't subscribed yet, what are you guys waiting for? Just hit that subscribe button and you'll get a notification every time a scary vid is up on my channel. Let's all come together and keep the creepiness up and make this Draw My Story family bigger and bigger. Again, love you all. And today we're drawing the story of one of the creepiest urban legends, Siren Head. That's right, the mysterious humanoid creature who's very well known for his odd and crippled appearance. His head is a pair of sirens with mouths by which he uses to kill his victims. And that's how he got his name, Siren Head. By appearance, he's a 40-foot tall humanoid creature with a very thin, near skeletal frame, covered in mummified flesh, whose color is like rusty metal. His limbs are disproportionately long and thin, with arms as long as his legs, ending in huge, bony hands. He does not have a normal head and neck. Instead, he has a thin pole of flesh with 2 sirens attached to him and several black wires hanging around his neck. The sirens are the only metal parts of his body. His siren has teeth, lipless jaws, and a long, thin, snake-like tongue hanging out of his siren mouth.
Nine, 18, 1, child, 17, remove, file. 9, 18, 1, child.
You must be wondering, do those sirens really work? Well, you'd be surprised to know that they do work. They can play various sounds, types of loud noises, garbled music, conversations, and even emergency broadcasts. He can also imitate the sound of his victims' loved ones in order to lure them into his trap. Siren Head is a really dangerous and hostile creature. He's mainly found in rural town and wooded areas. His victims are mostly lost travelers, hikers, and even children. Since Siren Head can blend very well in trees, sometimes people don't even notice his presence and keep moving towards the mimic sound of their loved ones. And once they reach near him, he kills them. Siren Head often kills his victims by making loud noises which burst their eardrums and soft tissues. So, back in 1966, the first incident occurred when a family on vacation captured his first image in the Arizona desert near 2 telephone poles. The second incident occurred exactly after 30 years, on July 16, 1995, where a group of friends were hiking in the woods of Tanyard Creek, where they found Siren Head to be lurking in the woods. One among them got attacked by something gigantic striding through the trees, which mimicked his friends' voices. And only one person survived the attack and found alive with minimal injuries, while all of his friends were gone. They might have gotten killed by Siren Head. There are many other such attacks got recorded after this incident. All the stories were spine-chilling. One among such was an incident from Indiana, where citizens started disappearing, and Siren Head appeared on the streets of Indiana. Also, ancient cave paintings of Siren Head were discovered, depicting him engaged in fighting with ancient humans, which was found all over the continent of North America. This indicates that Siren Head is not a new species on Earth. There might be other creatures like Siren Head, but maybe they lack similar features like him. Or there could be one more possible theory, that these creatures are also Siren Head, shape-shifting into different forms to adapt to new environments. For example, there was a photo of Siren Head where he appears to be having a head resembling a streetlight, standing in a position where Siren Head is trying to blend in with the other streetlights. So we could say that there's a possibility that he has the ability to transform into various structures and forms in order to better blend into his surroundings and lure his victims. There is one more theory that there used to be a lot of similar creatures like Siren Head, which are now deceased, and he is the only last remaining member of his species, and always on the run to survive. Well, we don't know what the truth is apart from one, that Siren Head exists. There were also many other pictures of him were found which shows a variation of Siren Head with many more sirens on his neck, with about 5 being visible. And there were majority of the population who were found dead on the streets and in their homes with burst eardrums and soft tissues. But killing in this way wasn't seen before, and many of the corpses were not even taken, which led to one more conclusion, that he's not only killing to consume, but he's also killing for sport. Though this theory is not confirmed yet. But one thing is for sure, that he's a very dangerous and gruesome predator. Inspired by this giant creature, a video game also has been released named Siren Head, where the player, portraying a forest ranger, is supposed to escape from Siren Head inside of the woods while searching for a missing hiker. The game starts when the players start at 2 ramps with their car. The player then turns around and explores the woods. Further on, he sees various scratch marks along the ground and a few items such as a backpack and a t-shirt covered in bushes. At the end of the woods, the player finds the mutilated dead traveler with blood on the ground. Once he turns around, Siren Head appears behind him. Siren Head then starts chasing the player by releasing various sounds playing through his sirens, slashing his claws when he gets close to the player. The player's goal is to run away back into the car and escape Siren Head. If he gets close enough to the player, he kills them instantly by lifting and dropping them to the ground. Siren Head is a very aggressive and skilled predator, which makes him very dangerous. He has some degree of intelligence, and due to that fact, he can use many different tactics like camouflaging within forests and mimicking sounds like voices to hide from and lure his prey. Other than that, there's not much known about Siren Head's way of thinking. He's always covered in a complete mystery, though some unconfirmed theories suggest that he is the last of his kind, and that's why he has a strong will to survive, and sees developing his camouflage skills to hide from other dangerous creatures. Siren Head could be very cruel. He can even block out the screams of his victims with his own sounds, making sure that no one hears it and gets a chance to help them. And as we already know that Siren Head does not always kill people to consume, he also kills for sport, or maybe he has hatred towards humans. And that might be true, as because Siren Head has killed and wiped out towns just for sport, which means it might be possible that Siren Head has started to wipe out humans. Again, this is not a confirmed theory yet, because he was not performing such massacres before. He usually was only stalking and killing small groups or individuals. But lately he's become very aggressive. Siren Head has many abilities and powers. One among them is the ability to release sounds of news broadcasts, human conversations, sirens, and screams, which helps him to mimic victims' loved ones' voices. One incident also suggests that Siren Head used his broadcast to block out the cries of his victims. It's believed that Siren Head is extremely powerful due to his size. He's even able to break down trees and various heavy objects whenever he wants. He's also super fast in speed. Some say that Siren Head is a stronger moving relative of trees, and that's the reason why Siren Head can blend inside of a forest or behind a tree. He can stay motionless for days at a time to blend in with his surroundings. He can also move very silently, meaning he makes zero sound while moving. And as we already have discussed, that Siren Head appears to be a shapeshifter, which gives him the ability to transform his head into actual sirens and street lamplights. In one incident, he was able to disguise himself as a piece of home furnishing or pipes in the walls to kidnap a family of 4 without even breaking into their house. Looking at his activities, there is no doubt now that Siren Head is a really powerful and clever creature, which makes it very easy for him to trap his victims. And that was today's story, guys, about Siren Head. Comment and let me know how'd you like it. And please subscribe to my channel, guys, if you want to see more Draw My Story horror videos like this one. Till then, Bye.